My fellow Americans, I'm here today to tell you about a very important cause. We need to stop our children from reading A Tale of Two Cities in their high schools. Now I know what you're thinking, but A Tale of Two Cities is a great book if you enjoy country music and autoerotic asphyxiation, but I'm here to tell you that regular Americans shouldn't be subjected to that BS. So today I'm going to give you 3 main reasons, then you can go back and try and stop this issue. My first point is that The Tale of Two Cities is 370 pages long. Well, 370 pages would be okay if you were writing the Bible. But in fact, A Tale of Two Cities can be condensed down to 100 pages. So those extra 270 pages are just wasted trees. Now, I'm all for hurting the environment, but why would we waste the money that goes into books, when in fact, we can donate to the Dorian DeVos Foundation for a Needy Child. Every penny you donate goes directly to that needy child, Dorian DeVos II. Please, feel free to donate as much as you want. You'll be eternally grateful. But don't make this book mandatory to be read in our school district, because why would you make that kid suffer and hurt the environment? Even I'm not that sadistic. My second point is that we need to stop advancing the Illuminati's liberal agenda. And I'd like to tell you Charles Dickens is a member of the Illuminati. You see, A Tale of Two Cities has one eye, and Charles Dickens has one eye. 1 plus 1 is 2. Well, Charles Dickens was a human, and humans have 2 eyes. Well, I'd like to tell you that eye is a word that has 3 letters, and 3 is how many sides a triangle has. But now we have eyes and we have triangles, and I gotta tell you, it looks a lot like the Illuminati to me. So right there is a very key reason why we shouldn't advance this book. Because the Illuminati has made it their mission to hurt America's schools, to hurt constitutional rights, to save the environment, to do all kinds of liberal stuff that we need to stop. Because this state was made to be Republican, this government was made to be Republican, and we need to stop the advancement of the liberal agenda as root. And lastly, and most importantly, here's my third point, that this offends my religion as Pastafari. You see, I at school consider it an opportunity to expand my knowledge. Not just of the things that are set like evolution and whether Jenny's dating Sam, but also to expand my knowledge of myself. At school, I learned about what I want to do. I decided 2 minutes ago I wanted to devote my life to Pastafarianism. And let me say, this book takes away time from my devotion and forces me to have to spend days and not weeks and probably years devoted to deciphering. What does this even mean, Charles? Is it the best of times or the worst of times? What is this opening soliloquy? I spent 5 months on exploration with that first paragraph. No kids have to suffer through that. I have to find Jesus. And I can't find Jesus while being forced to read this book. I got you, fam. God bless America. Y'all ready for this? It's time for the conclusion! Today, we've seen how this book not only harms the Dorian DeVos Foundation for a Needy Child, but also harms the environment. And while I don't necessarily support anything that environmentalists say, we shouldn't really hurt 2 things at the same time. That seems like it's redundant. We've also seen how this book pushes the Illuminati's liberal agenda, and I do not support the Illuminati. And lastly, we've seen how this book offends Pastafarian Jesus, who has the authority and the power to smite you in a fiery rain of Alfredo and marinara, and you should never anger somebody who can smite you in a fiery rage of Alfredo and marinara. So to leave you today, 3 points were enough. We also have a celebrity endorser. I'd like to bring to you the words of celebrity Kanye West, great rapper and philosopher. He said in a song that whether you're a Reebokin or Louis Vuitton, we all see the hate that they're serving on that platter. So tell me, what are we gonna have? Dessert or disaster? If we continue to read Tale of Two Cities, despite a consensus that no one wants to read this book, And if we continue to punish our children, which is redundant because if you read Tale of Two Cities, you're honestly doing the same thing, then we will see disaster. But if we donate to the Jordan Post Foundation of a Needy Child, and we stop forcing children to have these nightmares induced by A Tale of Two Cities, and we stop angering Pastafarian Jesus, then we will see the great benefits, and we will have our dessert. So what are we gonna have? Dessert? Disaster. The funny thing is, it's really up to us. God bless you. God bless America.